Hello and welcome back to my second channel, Shwabados, and to a video about AI. Now, that's not usually the type of content I make, but hey, I'm trying to branch out. This is going to be more of like a free-form video that I'll edit later. I'll just say what I want to say and see what comes out, basically. Today we're going to be playing around with ChatGPT and talking about sort of the implications that AI has for music making. But first, I just want to have a quick disclaimer to make something very clear. I do not like AI in its current state for creative fields. I don't think it is suitable, not least because of the many technical issues and limitations that it has, but also because of the moralistic and legal troubles that have really just been sprouting out of every case of AI art and AI music that I've seen online so far. I think AI has a place in creative toolkits. It's just not quite at that point yet, certainly not for music. So here's an example of someone using AI with music that's been going viral right now. This guy Ghostwriter977 on TikTok. There's lots of theories about who this guy could be and what the reason for making this video is, but the simple fact is that he has made a song that sounds like a Drake song featuring The Weeknd. I mean, it does sound like Drake, right? It sounds like a Drake song. Honestly, it sounds pretty good. But the issue is, this isn't really what I'm talking about when I say that AI can help us make music. What we're looking at with this guy is a human-produced beat with human-written lyrics, but using what essentially is a voice filter. It is an AI model trained on the sound of Drake and The Weeknd's voices, replicating to the best of its abilities what they sound like. All of the creative work here is still being done by humans. So all of the foundational aspects of it are still human-made music, and all this really amounts to is a gimmick. I'm expecting there to be some issues for this artist soon, because they are putting these essentially deepfaked songs out onto streaming platforms for commercial gain. So if they really don't have any ties to Drake or The Weeknd or Metro Boomin, because they use that producer tag, they could be in serious legal trouble because they are baking being that artist and using their sound for money. It doesn't fall under any sort of fair use. You're using their likeness essentially for profit. So I can't see how this guy's going to get away with this for long. Okay, I have to interrupt the video. I was right in the middle of recording it when I checked Twitter, and it turns out that UMG responded to this AI generative song that we were just talking about. Like the same night that I recorded that video. So I just want to go over this. This is the most succinct sort of recap of what they've said that I could find online. So the tweet opens just with some stats. First of all, the track is nearly over 1 million streams on Spotify and YouTube alone in 24 hours, which is insane. So this is what UMG has said. Basically, they open just saying, you know, part of UMG's history and success is due to embracing new technology, including AI, but the training of generative AI using their artists' music, which represents both a breach of our agreements and a violation of copyright law, which is what I said, as well as the availability of infringing content created with generative AI on DSPs, being distributors, begs a question as to which side of history all stakeholders in the music ecosystem wants to be on. First of all, you know they're about to say some hard-ass shit when it opens with which side of history these stakeholders want to be on. The side of artists, fans, and human creative expression, or on the side of deepfakes, fraud, and denying artists their due compensation. And I couldn't agree more. It's not often that I agree with big labels, but this is absolutely correct. Being on the side of this generative music that is parroting, mimicking the styles of other artists that, you know, currently exist, has all the same issues that visual deepfakes do in terms of morality. It is a kind of fraudulent, fake kind of product that you're presenting, and it does deny artists their due compensation when they're not involved in the creative process at all. The only use case that I can think of off the top of my head for this generative type of music is, say, an artist records a song and there's this one line that isn't quite right, so they need to re-record it, but they're not in a place where they can. If it's just like 2 or 3 words, they could go in, regenerate those lines with AI and sort of fix that gap. That's the only use case that I think is realistic for this type of AI system. But anyway, yes, what they go on to say is basically that they're taking down the song from all stores. As of now, it's gone from Apple, Tidal, Deezer, and Spotify. I think it might still be up on YouTube. I'm not quite sure. They clapped back super quick. This thing was blowing up. It was super viral. Obviously, they were going to see it. And yeah, they have made their stance very clear. Anyway, back to the video. Regardless, that's not the type of AI usage we're really talking about today. This is more like what we're talking about, ChatGPT. It's a language model. There's a bunch of different versions of this kind of AI model trained to essentially have conversations, right? And this is, for what I've seen in my limited research, the best use of this new wave of AI. ChatGPT and other language models like it are really good at explaining things in regular English. They make mistakes sometimes, but they're pretty good at explaining things like science and pretty complex concepts. They're great for programming. They're great in educational and scientific environments. Whether or not they can be used for music is kind of yet to be seen. I've seen a few people experimenting with them, musicians that I follow that have tried to get ChatGPT to come up with chord progressions and help them produce or write music, compose, and it's gone pretty horrendously wrong. So I'm not sure how to make AI models work for helping in production and composition just yet, but I feel like all the groundwork is there for us to be able to write lyrics with AI. For those that don't know me, my name is Shwabados. I am a musician, full-time. I'm a rapper, lyricist, multi-genre, producer, and instrumentalist. And a tool like this could be, if used right, pretty useful. We've just got to figure out how to use it. Let's start ambitious, right? Why not? Let's just go all out and ask ChatGPT to write a modern rap song. I'm gonna put like a style in there as well. Obviously, I'm British, so I need it to be something that rhymes in a British accent and sounds more like something that I would write. So, write a modern rap song in the style of Stormzy. Stormzy's from London. That's close enough to me. Let's see what ChatGPT can do. I'll be honest, it's generating this and I'm reading it and it does not look good, dude. It does not look good at all. It's still going, but it looks like we've got 3 verses that are 8 bars each. We've got a 4-bar hook, and that's the song. So already, tiny verses, and 3 of them to boot, and a rap hook. This doesn't seem structurally really like a real song at all, but let's go through it. Yo, it's your boy Stormzy. Back in the game, I'm feeling so bossy. Don't think Stormzy would ever rhyme his name with bossy. Got my eyes on the prize, I'm never gonna stop. My rhyme's so sick, they'll make your head bop. Alright, this is like baby's first rap song. This is some like 7-year-old trying to write a song. Maybe that's too cruel. 11-year-old. I'll say an 11-year-old trying to write a rap song. There's parts of this where I'm like, I could see someone saying this in the song, right? I'm the king of the scene. That's like a line that someone could reasonably say. Lines like, my bar's so hot, they'll leave you in shock. That's literally, it sounds like a 50-year-old white film executive wrote this line to be used in like the summer blockbuster that has a rap battle scene. This isn't something anyone rapping in the last 40 years would say. Alright, the hook. It's time for the hook. Alright, this is the part of the song that really is going to get stuck in your head and keep you coming back. Yeah, you know what it is. I'm the one and only, the king of this biz. I came to win. I'm never going to quit. I'm Stormzy, and I'm on top of it. It started out, honestly, I liked how it started out. I was like, yeah, you know what it is. I'm like, I can hear the flow, I can hear the rhythm of that. I'm like, okay, this is, put a bouncy little beat under this. I'm like, yeah, you know what it is. I'm the one and only, the king in the biz. That bit's a little wonky, but all right, we keep it rocking. I came to win. I'm never gonna quit. Okay, you're losing me. I'm Stormzy, and I'm on top of it. That's just nonsense. Just devolves into nonsense. Alright, so I'm asking it to do 2 things here that should help us focus in and actually get it to write something that sounds like it came from a real song. So I'm changing the song to just be one verse with 16 bars instead of these 3 verses with a hook. And I'm also asking it to add some multi-syllabic rhymes to each line instead of just end rhymes, because that's something almost every rapper does with any sort of following, and most of them do it accidentally at this point. It's just, you don't just rhyme the final syllable of a line, you rhyme phrases, you rhyme inside of the lines. So that should hopefully, if ChatGPT manages to add any of those, it should actually make it sound a lot more musical. Oh no. Okay. Sorry, I just skimmed some of these lyrics and they're fucking awful. I spit rhymes so sick, I leave haters in awe. Multisyllabic rhymes got me breaking the law. Why? Why? I asked you for multisyllabic rhymes and you decided to put the phrase multisyllabic rhymes in there. Fair enough though, we have haters in awe and breaking the law. Already sounds way better than the previous lines, even though lyrically it's kind of dog shit. My flow's so smooth, it's like butter on toast. When I'm on the stage, I'm the ultimate host. Yeah, again, it's just, you know that like one bit, I can't remember who said it, I think it was Childish Gambino who did the bit where it's like, I went down to the hat store and I bought myself a hat. That's what this is lyrically the equivalent of. It's not good. My rhymes hit hard, they pack a punch. I never back down, I'll always munch. On competition, they're just a snack. I'm the main course, they can't keep track. So it's attempted a sort of a scheme here. I'll always munch on competition, they're just a snack. I'm the main course. It's not good by any fucking stretch of the imagination, but it is an attempt at wordplay, a scheme, which is more than I honestly was expecting. I'm the one and only, there's no other, I'm Stormzy, and I'm the true brother? I feel like, why does it feel like I shouldn't say that? Huh, I don't like that. Once again, it's mentioned multisyllabic rhymes in the verse, which is something that Stormzy would never fucking do. I don't think any self-respecting grime or modern hip-hop artist would mention that they are multisyllabic rhyming in the verse, unless they're like, I don't know, Shuffle T. But, as awful as this is, it is strides better than the first attempt. I'm going to ask him, I don't know why I'm gendering ChatGPT as him, it's a fucking machine, but I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to generate this verse again, but try to include references to something. I think probably the easiest thing off the top of my head would be Dragon Ball Z, right? For those that don't know, I like to make music about anime, pop culture, games and stuff, which is pretty difficult to do with something like ChatGPT because it has very limited knowledge of things after 2021. But Dragon Ball Z is an old anime, very influential in pop culture. I feel like that's something it could reasonably write some references and punchlines to. Alright, rewrite the verse to include some punchlines referencing Dragon Ball Z. Let's try it. Now, I did say some lines, but out the gate, what it seems to look like is it's just making a full verse about Dragon Ball Z. I spit rhymes so sick they'll make you go Super Saiyan. Multisyllabic rhymes got me winning the game. Oh, does it think Saiyan is pronounced like Saiyan? So it's trying to rhyme it with game? I'm not sure. I'm like Goku, they can't even compete. When I'm on the mic, I bring the heat. I'm unstoppable, they can't hold me back. I'm powering up like a Dragon Ball attack. My flow so smooth like Vegeta's final flash. When I'm on the stage, I leave the crowd gasped. Yeah, dude. Whatever attempts at rhyming we had in the last iteration have completely gone out the window here. The rhyming is terrible. I'm the future of rap, like Trunks with a sword. My multisyllabic rhymes, they can't be ignored. I'm the one and only, there's no other. I'm Stormzy. I'm the true Dragon Ball lover! Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Stormzy. There actually does look like there's an attempt at a punchline. The future of rap, like Trunks with a sword. That's an attempt at wordplay, like we saw with the munch competition snack main course scheme earlier. It can occasionally stumble across a punchline by accident. Whatever we're trying now isn't working. I'm going to delete this chat. I'm trying to be too vague, too large a scope, trying to get it to write an entire verse. Let's just try and make a bar, right? That seems like an easy enough task. So bars are some of the things that rappers can struggle with the most. Trying to create clever punchlines can be really difficult sometimes. So maybe this is something that's going to help us overcome writer's block when you're stuck on a specific piece of wordplay that you want to make. So let's see if we can get it to do that. Okay, so I feel like gun bars are some of the easiest wordplay to write in modern hip-hop because there's such a long history and vocabulary associated with it that there's a lot to pull from, and there's a lot of different comparisons, punchlines, things that you can use to make that bar. So I feel like ChatGPT has access to all of that, so it should hopefully be able to pull something out here. I'm asking it to write a rap bar about a gun in modern hip-hop style using a reference to anime. Let's see how it does with this basic prompt. Oh, hold on, it's giving us several here. Hold on, okay, wait. Maybe this is better. Hold on. Got a Glock in my hand, but it's more than just metal. It's like the Death Note with a trigger. It's the devil. It's like a Death Note with a trigger. Okay, so I get what it's going for. Again, it's a terrible line, but I get what it's going for, which is important. That means we have a basis, a foundation, something to actually work off. I'm like Spike Spiegel, sharpshooter with precision. This gun ain't a toy, it's the tool of my mission. Not really much of a reference or punchline here. It's just using a character name and then saying some generic stuff. But to be honest, this kind of line is pretty prevalent in YouTube rap and anime rap and stuff. So that's a usable line for a lot of people. So don't mess with me, I'm strapped like Alucard. My gun's my ally, my ace in the card. That's not a phrase. That's not a phrase. Honestly, it had me for a second. Coming with a line like, I'm strapped like Alucard, I was like, wait, that's something a rapper could say. That's something you could get away with saying. That sounds like something a human might write. I'm strapped like Alucard. My gun's my ally, my ace in the card. It's lost me there, but again, there's something foundational here. I don't need violence to make my point, but if you push me too far, you'll feel the gun's joy. What the fuck are we talking about? Alright, so there's not a lot to work with in here, but there's something foundational in here that I think we can build off of. So let's try and change this prompt. I don't know how vague I can be here. I'm going to ask it to write some more hip-hop gun bars, but to use multisyllabic rhyming, which is a common thing I'm going to have to request, and wordplay. I'm just going to say wordplay and see what it does. Hold on. Wait, it's still going. It's going crazy. Okay, it wrote way more for some reason. Let's just go through some of these. My gun's like a Zanpakuto, it's sharp as a blade, got me feeling like Ichigo with the power to slay. Again, that's the kind of thing that I would hear from some YouTube rappers. Like, that's a line that I feel like near enough has been used already. You know what I mean? My aim's so precise, it's like Sharingan's sight. My aim's so precise, it's like Sharingan's sight. There's something about that that's like the internal rhyme plus like the syllable count is actually giving it like an aspect of musicality that we haven't heard in a lot of these other lines. Got me seeing through walls with no need for light. Yeah, this line doesn't mean anything, but like, again, it's that basis, that foundation. I don't think tools like this, these language models, are going to be useful for just straight up writing lyrics, but I do think that they are going to be useful for coming up with starting points, jumping off points, places where you can put something in and then elaborate. You know what I mean? My gun's like a Bankai, unleashing its power, got me feeling like a god in my finest hour. Shit, I don't know, man. Like, did Dizzy say that? I feel like Dizzy 8 could have said that like a year ago. That's unfair. No, he never would have said that. Oh, it's not good, is it? It's not good. What if we fed it a starting point and had it build off of that? There's a lot of times where writing rap, I will be 2 lines deep into a stanza and get stuck. And I'm like, how the hell do I finish this off? Okay, I'm just gonna give it 2 lines from a song that I released earlier this year called 5 Finger Discount. You can check it out, it's on all streaming platforms. I'm just gonna give it these 2 lines. Write 4 bars of rap in a modern style about taking out the people at the top. Use these 2 lines as a start, and then I give it the 2 lines. In single-minded, but I'm working on it. We'll give these pricks another term in office. I'm gonna ask it to continue the rhyme scheme. Let's just go. Let's see what it does. So it only used one of the lines that I give it. It said, "Ain't single-minded, but I'm working on it. Can't stand the rich, they make me sick and vomit." That's not a rhyme. You could change that to like hurl and vomit, and then it rhymes at least. It's not really great. Guys, I was really hoping in this video I would find a use case for these AI language models to help us make music. Maybe I'm entering bad prompts, but this is not my first time trying to record this video. I just can't get it to put out anything that is musically usable. Here we go. I'm trying more. Oh, whoa, okay, it's giving us more than before. And apparently it may have violated their content policy. Hold on, let's find out why. In single-minded, but I'm working on it. Won't let these pricks keep us trapped in their orbit. Oh, okay, so it's trying to rhyme on it rather than working on it. So I went for a 4-syllable rhyme scheme, which might have been too much for it, admittedly. Gonna take the fight to the next level, crush their power, watch it dishevel. Doesn't mean anything. No more waiting, time to take a stand. Gonna bring the noise like a marching band. Hey, that's something. That's something. I'm grasping at anything I can at this point. That's something. Gonna bring the noise like a marching band. Climbing up to seize the power for good. A new world order, a new brotherhood. It's not great, guys. Okay, there's only one reasonable conclusion for this video, and that is that I'm going to have to try and write and perform some rap lyrics created by an AI, so let's get into it. I'm just using this old beat that I made a couple years ago for my track Devil's Blade Freestyle. See what we can come up with. Okay, this is as good as I could get in like 40 minutes of work. Let's try it. My rhymes hit hard like a racing gang, a massive plan, stacking up the cash in hand like One Punch Man, got strength to command, like Eisen, baby, it's all part of the plan. My rhymes turn gold like the Midas touch, like a Vidal rig, transmuting cash from dust. Hella dough, I'm all about my raw bread, so damn clean like Satama's bald head. There, that's it. That's as good as I could get in like 40 minutes of work. This took so much longer than if I had just written some lyrics myself, and the punchlines are terrible. I would be so ashamed if I actually wrote this and put this out. But I promise you, like, I will show you, like, the montage, the sped up footage of me trying to piece this together. It is near impossible to come up with anything that sounds actually decent using ChatGPT. Like, okay, fair enough, that's not what it's meant to be used for, I shouldn't be frustrated, but I really thought that there was something there that would actually help write lyrics, and it's just not there at all. If someone else finds a way to enter better prompts, to come up with better responses, and actually manages to make some lyrics, please let me know, but this is genuinely the best I could do, really trying to get something to work, and I still wrote, like, most of the words in that short 8 bars. I just had to use the prompts that I was getting from ChatGPT. I was asking it to come up with rhymes, but even trying to get ChatGPT to come up with some multisyllabic rhymes took way longer than just using RhymeWave or RhymeZone or any other alternative rhyming dictionary. I was really ready to end this video by saying, yeah, so there you go. It really does have some real-world usage for creatives like me. But no, I can't get it to work. So, unfortunately, it's still not at a place where we can actually do anything meaningful with music and AI. In my opinion, in my limited experiments, But let me know if you disagree, and let me know if there's anything you think I could have done differently to get better results, because like, this isn't me, like, I know I started the video by saying I don't like AI, but this was me genuinely trying to the best of my abilities to get it to work, because I know that AI in creative fields is unavoidable in the future, and I just want to get a head start and get on board with it and see if it's usable in a meaningful way, and it just isn't right now. But anyway, I'm rambling. That's gonna be it. I just set out to make some fun stuff with AI, and instead I spent nearly an hour trying to write a fucking awful rap verse. So that's gonna be it for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.